Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Raven Rolls. I am the DM, Paul, and tonight we will be trying out HyperspaceD6, which is a Star Wars system uh, modified from the West End Games D6 version of Star Wars. And we're going to go through a little bit of a character creation and a little adventure, and we'll see how it goes. And with me, we have our players. Uh, John, you can go first.
I'm John. I will be playing Oz. He's sort of a slicer techie type with a cybernetic arm.
Thank you, John. And Connor, you're up.
Hey, I'm Connor. I'm going to be playing a Wookiee tonight. His name is Artigens. Just call him for short. He is going to punch people real hard with his also cybernetic arm.
All right. And JT, you're up.
I don't know my character's name yet, but I know that they're going to be some sort of spec ops character.
Okay. And O'Neill.
There we go. Hey, what's up? I will be playing the Jedi Knight Karn Urza, the more or less Outer Rims, say, lawman type kind of character, I guess you could say.
All right. Thank you. And let's see. We'll go. The steps for creating a character, concept, and name. Most of us have actually, all of us should have a concept, I think, or most of us have a name. Species. With Connor, he's playing a big giant teddy bear. JT, did you look at the species and if any of them?
I was kind of leaning towards just human.
Okay. And O'Neill, do you have a species picked up?
Yes, that would be human.
And John?
I'm a human.
Okay. So it's humans and the Wookiee.
Oh man. Oh, maybe I'll be a Bothan then, just to give some diversity.
So the way the system works, there are 6 stats: dexterity, knowledge, and where did mechanical, perception, strength, and technical. There's also another one, force, which only one character will have. And the races all start off with let's see, hold on, 1, 2. Like so many points in each of the stats, and except for human, all the other ones will have a skill focus. So, for example, Bothan would have elusive, which is an extra dice to stealth. So everyone's picked it, but we can go back and change it. Then you add a profession to that, and the professions add another 5 points to stats. And if you pick a force user, you can also they'll give you one of those points will be in force. Actually, they give you an extra plus, so you have actually 6 stat points added on instead of the 5 that the other professions give. And then each of the attributes and skills are subdivided, like their skills subdivided under each attribute. But let's go professions. JT, have you decided on a profession? JT.
I'm gonna just go soldier to go with the whole spec ops type thing.
All right. Yeah. Soldiers' primary focus is strength. These are more big, strong characters as opposed to some of the other ones. And Connor, you going thug maybe?
What I was going to do is I was also going to go soldier because when I think of Wookiees, I just think of the Battle of Kashyyyk. I don't know why.
Oh, you know what? I missed spy there. Spy would probably work well for this.
It depends what kind of
Spy.
spec op you're going for. If you're going stealthier, then yeah, that's probably.
Yes,
I believe
now.
dexterity is for firing. It's for attacking. So if you want to be a good at fighting, you want a higher dex, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so John, for Oz, what
Engineer.
engineer? Okay, and for the Jedi, which Jedi path did you follow?
Guardian.
Guardian. Yeah, Guardians tend to be the ones higher strength as well. The Sentinels tend to be more Dex. Padawans also dexterity based, and the Counselors tend to be more in perception. Uh, and none of the Jedi have mechanical capabilities, and only the Sentinel has some technical bonuses. And then if you page 8, there's all the breakdown of what each of them does. So there we go. Blasters and melee, as I said, for attacking, dexterity is the way to go. Strength is, unless you're going to be brawling, which our Wookiee is doing, so strength is the way to go in that. And I think there might be some exceptions with the Jedi, but we'll look into that after. Let's see. So after the species profession, you can add. So the species gives you so many dice in a specific location. Same with the profession. But then you can add an extra 3 dice to. You have to choose 3 skills. So 3 different skills, and you can add an extra +1 to them. The skills would be what's below each attribute. So if you want to be better at blasters, you can add a +1 dice to there. If you want to be better at brawl, you put a +1 dice to there. If you want to be better at the force, for a force user, you can. There's only 3 skills: alter, control, and sense, and you can add a +1 to those as well. Is everyone okay so far, JT? I know you're the one who probably needs a little bit.
Yeah, no, I've got it.
Okay. And so defenses, we can calculate the defenses. There would be dodge, parry, block, and soak. And put a page 10 for that. So dodge is 10 plus your agility score. And that's used to avoid range attacks. Parry is 10 plus your melee skill, which is to resist attacks with melee weapons. Block is 10 plus brawl, which is good to resist unarmed attacks. And soak is your stamina plus your armor. We'll get to the armor in a moment, but that's anytime you take damage, you subtract. So if someone did 6 damage and you have 1 soak, your damage gets reduced down by 1 point. There are exceptions, obviously. The Jedi do things a little differently. I think they parry ranged attacks. So a melee based that's still, so they don't have to put points into dodge. They can focus on parry. And now every character gets a burden and an edge to round out their character. It can be anything from an addiction to dependent secret, wanted, along those lines. Uh, and the edges can be anything from cybernetics to favor to an heirloom or something. And they usually give an extra bonus. Like, for example, the Wookiee took cybernetics, so he has a cyber enhancement, and that gives an extra +1. And to your case, it was brawn, I believe, a brawl.
Yep.
So I'm mixing up Fantasy Flight Game Star Wars there.
Just
So
real good at punching people.
yes. Now, Connor, O'Neill, I saw your character wanted
Mhm.
for the burden. Who are you wanted by? Now, brief history: we're playing in the High Republic, which is the new setting that Disney decided to create for Star Wars. They're going to have games, movies. I guess they're focusing on that, and I think it's 200 years before the start of the Star Wars saga. So 200 years before the Phantom Menace. So Yoda should still be alive because he's 400 years now, so 200 plus years earlier. So maybe we'll get to see Yoda. And the way I I looked at the teaser trailer, and the way it describes the Jedi are sort of like Knights of the Round Table sort of thing, and the setting, at least where we are, it's going to be a little bit like Wild West frontier type thing. So we're going to see about how that'll work out. It may not come up, but at least it gives us an idea of the setting. As I say, your Jedi might be different, might be a
Mhm.
little bit more rogue type Jedi, but so there's that sort of feel. If this was an ongoing campaign, we'd get more into that, I guess.
Yeah.
So who would you be wanted from?
Well, considering everything, probably maybe I was thinking some kind of criminal faction, more or less. Just putting a bounty on him or something like that.
Okay, let's time to start making a few quick notes.
I don't know. So I wouldn't know if the huts would be around at the time, something like that, or like the Rising Sun kind of syndicates, or
Actually, I have an idea.
some.
You may not know your want. Well, I'll bring it up in game so I won't spoil anything. But I have
Yeah.
an idea. Uh,
Okay.
okay. And your burden. That was your burden, so you're wanted, and your edge, I guess,
Uh.
is force sensitivity.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get an extra dice to force attribute, which is always nice. Um, okay, so JT, we're going to be losing JT, I guess. That's fine, JT. We'll have to get you in on another game. It was a little too good to be true, I guess. As I said, I'm getting a lot of good feedback already for this. So if I get comfortable enough, then we'll have to run it again. And Jose is posting. Jose Soto is posting on the live feed, and he's complimenting your beard, Connor.
It's getting to be too much. I got to trim it down soon.
Well, okay. So
Our Wookiee is wanting to shave. Something is seriously wrong here.
Okay, so we got that. All right. So you, Connor, we'll go with your character. What is your burden?
My burden is enslaved. I was once enslaved, and I can't stand to see other in chains.
Okay. And we'll go to John. So what is your What is your burden?
In debt.
And in debt is you owe someone a large sum of money. They might send bounty hunters after you. Ooh.
Those medical bill collectors can be nasty. They give you an arm, but they expect to take it back.
Paul, are you where your mic is up there?
Oh, am I talking and nobody's listening? Fine. John, what is your edge?
My edge is cybernetic arm, and it's got actually one of the little spinners for computer interfaces locked into it.
So that will give you a +1 bonus to computers.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Weapons and armor. Guess R doesn't want anything.
He's just got light armor.
Oh,
Like-
like wearing light armor. Okay.
Yeah, just a pauldron and then like guards for his upper legs.
I am going to give you a bowcaster as well, just because. I don't know how well you can use it, but you have a bowcaster. Because if you don't, who will? Okay, John, what were you looking for?
Right now I have a light blaster and light armor, and that takes every bit of starting credit.
Did you get an updated character sheet? An updated,
Yes.
Sorry, not the character sheet, the updated thing. There, the holdout blaster. Is that the one?
The one I have is, hold on. Yeah, the holdout.
Okay, so that's 2 dice of damage, and +1 D to stealth to conceal the weapon. And you said, what else did you have?
Light armor.
So you said a holdout blaster, light armor.
Yep.
Okay, and you have a droid as well. Is that what you wanted?
If you were gonna let me have it.
Sure, why not? I gave Connor a bowcaster. We all know what the Jedi's gonna get. So
Cookies?
lots of cookies if you go to the dark side.
Cookies, dark side. Yum.
All right. So what kind of armor? Are you okay with light armor for the Jedi?
Yes.
And you have no ranged weapon unless you
No.
want a holdout blaster. But you're gonna have a very nice.
No, it was
Where's the lovely? No. Where are the lightsabers? You know they're here. Here we go.
yeah.
So standard lightsaber. Why is? Oh, was it over there?
Weapons and armor.
Was it under that?
Yeah, it's in melee weapons there.
Oh, I was headed to the mods. That's why. So it does 4 dice of damage. It
Mhm,
ignores armor. And you can use parry instead of dodge,
mhm.
which is always nice. And let me see how powerful the add-ons are. Okay, so that's a standard lightsaber. What, a crossguard lightsaber? No. Wow, they put that in. He put that in here.
Yeah, he did. I saw
That quick.
that.
Um,
Or now I gotta scroll.
I think that's fine. But no, I'm not. You're not having. There's nothing. You just have the standard lightsaber.
Uh,
And
yeah, just a standard lightsaber.
and I will give you force ignition if you want it, just because that sounds fun. So you can
Yes.
turn it on with the force,
Oh,
which means
yeah,
technically, I guess you could throw it then.
yeah. Get all Darth Vader like.
And what color is it? Not red, but what color is your kyber crystal?
Uh, well, I
My
don't
favorite
know.
color is not there.
What's your favorite color?
Mace Windu's purple.
Oh, pit purple.
But yeah, you could have none of the only the red ones do an extra dice of damage, but
Yeah.
these other ones here.
We always see blue and green. Let's go. I'm gonna go yellow.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll give you guys. It's a dungeon crawl, so I will give you a Gozanti cruiser. No. Let's see. Where's the other equipment here?
I was really hoping for something Carillion.
Okay, you can have the Millennium Falcon. It's probably that old. No. Well, you got a
That'd be-
Wookiee, so
It's top of the line right now.
yeah, I know. It's
Prototype.
Let's see. I'll give you guys some basic equipment. You guys can each have a med pack. Synthrope, or yes, synth. So each have a med pack, synthrope, a glow rod. I'll give you guys breath mask as well. Comm links, of course, data pads, and that will be it. Because no one asked for anything else, so no explosives. Sorry.
Oh,
Well, nobody looked at it. Was on the next page.
no thermal grenades.
No, you could have traded. Someone could have traded some light armor in for maybe a few stun grenades. Okay, so let's double check, see if we have everything done. Zakir. So everyone has 5 character points. Think of them as D&D inspiration points. You can ultra roll. So you spend a character point to ultra roll, and that means you roll an extra dice. And we'll get into that in a moment. Mechanics. You can only spend 1 character point per round. Character points can also be used to improve attributes and skills between sessions. But not right now. So if you had any left over, you could use them. And what is your force attribute?
2.
That would,
2. So you have 2 force points.
okay.
Everyone else has 1. When you spend a force point, your character uses all of their concentration to succeed, and whether or not you know it, you're drawing upon the force.
Okay.
When you spend a force point, you can roll double the number of dice you would normally roll, and They'll reset at the beginning of the session, but we're only playing one session. You can only spend one force point per round. A force-sensitive character can spend a force point to do something extraordinary with the force, lifting an X-wing, telepathically, leaping great distance, throwing a lightsaber. Hint, hint. Things like that. That's page 16. Will have some more information on that. Now, I think that you do not have to spend force points to use the force. Let me just double check on that. So basically, you just use the force. So, what are your ranks in the force skills?
I'm not sure.
So there's alter, control, and sense.
Yes.
Alter is move objects telepathically. Control is master your. It's more of your own mind and body.
Mhm.
And sense is sense others, read minds, manipulate thoughts.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how to.
Oh, so you have alter 2, control 3, and sense 2.
Okay.
So, of course, I should have said no to the Jedi, or at least read a bit more.
Wait.
The Force allows being sensitive to the power to unlock incredible abilities and perform impossible feats. Force users can read thoughts, sense creatures, move objects telepathically, manipulate minds, push themselves to their physical and mental limits, and even stop blaster bolts. When a character attempts to accomplish something using the Force, I determine if it's alter, control, or sense, and then you roll a Force check, and it's rolled against a target number or defense, or against an opposed roll if you're fighting for someone who might be adept at whatever you're doing.
Okay.
So, we'll get to making a skill check. That's kind of important. I should have brought that up before. So I call for a skill check, and you get. So if it happens to be a brawl check from the Wookiee, so what's your brawl? 6, 7, 100?
7.
7. So you need 7d6 to roll that. And you roll them and you add up all the results. And if the total is equal to or greater than the target number, the skill check will succeed. So odds are a brawl check will succeed unless you roll ones. And one die in each skill check must be a different color. Okay, so you need one different color die at least. And that is a destiny die. It is luck, fate, and the force influencing you. The result of the destiny die adds to your total like all the other die, but you have to let me know if it's a 1. So if you roll a 1 on your destiny die, that's not good. Something bad will happen. If it's a 6, something good will happen. And we can decide together what that'll be. So there's a little bit of narrative stuff in there, like Fantasy Flight Games did with their Star Wars. Target numbers, if it's not an opposed check, a target number, something very easy would be a 5. So there's no way you could punch something if it's very easy and fail, unless you roll a 1 on the force die. So easy is 10, moderate is 15, difficult is 20, very difficult is 25, and heroic is 30. So unlocking a simple door or fixing minor damage will be easy. Identifying obscure tech, spotting hidden clues will be more moderate, and difficult will be things like slicing secure systems, fixing heavy damage, like that. And so if you can help someone, and you can grant them an extra dice roll for each person. If you do want to do multiple actions, like hit twice with your lightsaber, punch twice, things like that. When a character attempts multiple actions in a short time, such as during a round of combat, you decide at the beginning, and each skill check is rolled at -1d, -1 die for each action beyond the first. Okay, so the first one is done. If you decide to go again, then it's at -1 die. So you're rolling seven dice for brawl. You want to punch again, 6 dice. 5 dice, 4, 3, 2, and 1. But remember, at least one has to be force dice for that. Oh, you can only take a number of additional actions equal to your dex. So what's your dexterity, Connor?
My dexterity is 3 deep.
All right, so you could do 3 additional actions. So you can hit 4 times if you really want to. I can also give you extra dice or maybe take away or something like that, depending on what you're doing. If you're running and you're trying to shoot your blaster, you probably get a -1 to blasters. And since I'm trying to think of too many things, did I go over everything or did I forget something?
How do we take damage?
So if you hit, you roll the number of dice for your damage. So I got to look at brawl because that one you don't have. Okay, let's go over. Combat rounds are 6 seconds, same as what D&D would be. Initiative is a perception check to determine initiative order. If you initiate combat, like you shoot first, you automatically go first and don't need to roll. You guys win ties over NPCs. So it's a perception check for initiative, unless you start it first. Connor, you probably don't have a high perception, or do you?
It's okay. I got 2.
Yeah. So you'll probably be starting combat more often. You can also hold your action and say something happens and I do something. Damage. You don't have to roll Destiny die for damage, obviously. Now, if the damage is less than or equal to the stamina, let's see. Then they become stunned. And they get -1d rolls for the next turn. If it's greater than stamina, they become wounded, and they get -1 dice to rolls per wound status. Okay. And then if it's 3 times your stamina, you go unconscious, you can't move, act, or speak until you're healed. And if you take 6 times your stamina, you're dead. So for jump, what is Oz's stamina?
My stamina is 3.
So if you take 3 or less damage from an attack after your soak, then you are going to be stunned. So that's a -1 dice on your next turn. What's the Wookiee have?
My stamina is 6.
So you can take 6 or less and just take stun. So every time you get hit, that's what happens. So And then for the Jedi, what's your stamina?
Oh, Lord.
Stamina is one of your skills, I believe.
It's under strength.
Oh, so the number of dice. Okay, so how many dice does Brawl? Okay, I think how many dice did you add to Brawl? Are you adding in your strength to that, or you managed to get 7 on its own?
I'm adding my strength to that. In total, it's 7.
Okay, how many is it? Well, what? So what's your strength without? Sorry, what's your Brawl without strength?
My strength is 5, so my brawl would be 2.
Okay, so your Brawl. That's okay. That's how you got to look at it. Take it separate though, because then so you're still rolling 7 dice, but you only have 2 in Brawl. I think that's how we'll do damage. You do 2d of damage.
Mm.
Let me check the weapons. Just is that,
I'm trying to remember how this works.
well, okay. It's the way they do it is strength plus. So for melee weapons, it's strength plus a dice value. So I will say you do 7 because that's only the vibro blade is better at 3, strength plus 3. So you're doing on par with a vibro knife, but it's better than a combat knife or a force pike.
Nice.
And a lightsaber is only doing 4d, but it ignores armor. So yeah, just remind me on the armor part. Where was I? Skills. Yeah. So,
Okay,
John,
yeah.
John, when you made the character, is this stamina separate from strength, or did you add it together?
When I did it,
Let me draw up the character sheet. Hold on.
Well, even for your sheet, did you put them separate?
Every one of your ability scores affects all the skills under it.
Yes. Okay.
So he's either got a 2 or a 3. Let me go to his character sheet and I'll find out.
Just want to be clear because so Connor knows to subtract all those numbers now. All right. So we said so.
Your stamina is 4.
And that's without the strength?
It is only the strength because the strength determines all of your ability scores.
Right. So there's no bonus to okay, I guess you have to add them in. Yeah. So you do add them in. You can write. Yeah. I said I've only played this once, and it's been a while. So you can add them in, and so you have add in your attribute to all your skills. So you have that. So you have 7 for your brawl. But if I could ask what your base brawl is, and it's only 2. All right. And now everyone has what, light armor, I believe, and that's 2 soak. So a +2 soak. So whatever your stamina is, your full stamina, strength plus your base stamina, plus 2 if you have light armor on. All right, let's go through this. John, what's your soak? Just so I have it.
My soak is 4.
O'Neill?
Yours will be 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah. Sorry, it took me a second there to find it.
And for the Wookiee?
8.
All right. Let me just go back through. If you have any questions, and as I'm scrolling through this quickly, so we can get started.
Would you like me to only speak in Wookiee roars from now on?
No, that's fine. Things like cover will add +5 to your dodge. And if you're at extreme range, you also might have +5. And the modifiers stack. So if they're behind cover and you're in extreme range trying to shoot them, they'll have a +10 to dodge. And if you're attacking something larger, like you decided to attack a starship with your weapons, you do a quarter damage to it.
Bold of you to assume I wouldn't just put a hole in it.
Well, you might still be able to do that, but it's a starship is ×4 for damage. So if a starship shoots you, they do ×4 damage. But we're not going to be in a starship. Okay, upgrading lightsabers. Okay, sorry, John, you said you had a droid. What kind of droid was that?
It's the one that I sent you, a little spy droid.
Okay, did you look at the droid NPCs?
No.
Because there are ones that are already built, but I'll look at yours again quickly. And think about any questions you might want or have. All right, dexterity. So 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's not as powerful, but that's fine. At least, well, the base attributes or abilities.
Yeah, none of those are even close to what I was talking about. Those are actually combatant droids.
Well, there's a probe droid, security droid.
That probe droid has better weapons than I've got in equal armor.
Well, these are NPCs. I'm not going to give you a probe droid. I think what it is, you actually started putting. Okay, I see what you did. So you added +1.
Basically,
Okay, so you have 4 skills. You added. What kind of armor does it have?
it's probably going to have standard light, which is soak 2 for its outer hull.
Okay. We'll give it 3 soak. And did you calculate its dodge, parry, and block?
No, because I just got updated.
Right.
I mean,
okay, so yeah, I'll say your character's fine. That one there. It's not as powerful. It has some extra bonuses, but
I think it's lower in about every way possible to those.
Yes, but those are an NPC that you might be fighting. Yours is supposed to be a little spy droid. Okay, so did you get the dodge is 10 plus its agility, parry's 10 plus the melee, block is brawl 10 plus brawl, and then soak is 3. Okay. All right, only an hour and 8 minutes past the original start time. Any questions anyone has with their character?
Not yet.
Okay, just one more thing I got to check for. Okay, there we go. All right, I got my DM screen. Oops. Sorry, I'm just going to move. Moving the cameras over to the StreamYard over to the small screen. Okay. All right. An even longer time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, we find ourselves, the galaxy, in a state of relative harmony. Uh, the ruling body is known. This is the era of the High Republic. It's a bit of still a lot of frontierness, as there's a lot of exploring going on. But the core worlds, where the High Republic is located, has a little bit of a technology boom, and it allows a lot more faster starships to go out exploring a little further. And the Jedi are the main peacekeepers. They follow a code of honor of sorts, and but their organization is not as structured as it might have been in other times. So they're not. It's like a loose organization that follows these codes and beliefs. And we find ourselves, our little band of adventurers out on the edge of the galaxy, near in the Varnholme system. Varnholme IV, I believe, they're orbiting. The High Republic lost communications with the outpost here, and we're hoping it was just some technical difficulties. But to be on the safe side, they dispatched a ship, small cruiser type, and there are other crew members aboard, soldiers as well. No other Jedi, but the Jedi did, even though they're a loose organization, they still requested one of their own, Karn Urza, Jedi Master, to accompany the crew. And part of the crew, there's a soldier, a Wookiee soldier by the name of. Can't believe you're making me do this, Connor.
Just say, oh.
Yeah, it's Ari. Everyone just calls him R, or they just call him R. And then we have a technician by the name of Oz. And if you guys want to describe your characters, we'll go R, Karn, and then Oz. Sorry, I caught you unaware there, drinking.
That's a big sippy cup.
Yeah, I got it for things. R is not concerned with his fur at all. It's matted everywhere. He's showing his age a bit. There's some gray streaks coming off of his muzzle and off the top of his head. On one arm, he has a pauldron covering his shoulder and the side of his chest and back. His other arm, though, is a cybernetic one that looks to be just cobbled together from stuff that he might have been able to find before. Darth Maul can make a giant spider lower torso. He can make an arm, probably. And he's basically just sitting, waiting for the go-ahead to head out.
All right, Jedi Master Karn.
Say Master Karn is quietly sitting, meditating, just passing the time until they reach their destination. Just observing, carefully watching over the passengers.
And how is he dressed?
Mainly like traditional robe garmed, Jedi. Probably a little tattered and worn just due to long travels and, in the Outer Rim territories, frontier, not much used to luxury of like Coruscant or anything like that.
And Oz. What does your character look like?
Well, he's pretty much a fairly well-dressed man. Has a silver protocol arm droid arm, and he has been chased out of, during this trip, he's been chased out of engineering and the main deck because he's constantly tinkering with something. Right now, if you look over at him, you would think that he's just watching something on his monitor, but he's actually hacked into the ship's computer and is watching them fly our course.
Okay, so they, yeah, you were assigned to the ship, so they have to keep you, keeping you on. But you've had a few warnings, and they try to relegate you to non-essential areas, but that doesn't keep you out of mischief. And so you arrive at the planet Varnholme IV, and there's no no contact with the base outpost. But there's no sign. There's no ships in orbit. So they send down a small shuttle with the three of you and a pilot. And the pilot lands just outside of the outpost, which is just in front of some old ruins on this planet. So this planet currently, aside from the outpost, is uninhabited. There are some native animals, like flora, fauna, and stuff, but there's no natives. But there are the old relics, and they do have a few researchers on here, but they really didn't enter the ruins so much because it's on the edge of space. They're more concerned with the with it as a strategic post. And as you yeah, so you guys land, the shuttle opens, and to the aft of the ship, and you guys are let out. The pilot's going to stay with the ship and keep. You have comm with the ship, and then that'll direct it over to space as well, to the ship in orbit, like a relay.
Okay, you see from my back pops out a little droid. It looks like an oval. I mean, anyone who's seen Battlefronts, it's a similar droid. and it starts doing a surveillance sweep around us as we're getting off.
All right. What is our doing?
As R gets off the ship, he is basically just looking around, trying to figure out, like, what is the most direct path to the place that we need to get to.
Oh well, the landing pad is just outside of the outpost. It's just a small building. You see some antennas, dishes, communication equipment on the roof. It's placed further back is the like it's still a bit of a walk to where the ruins are, but aside from that, you're just landing right outside because it's not small enough to house a full I guess port for ships.
Right. So R
Yeah,
is just
you couldn't land your large. Well, you could probably land the ship you have in orbit. It'd just be it's not really designed. This area doesn't have the capability to land, but it probably could still find a spot to land further out.
R is probably just walking to the outpost that we were assigned to check out.
And Karn, are you going to follow?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and follow him.
How far are you sending your droid out? Oz?
He's doing a pretty broad sweep. I want to make sure nothing's going to come up behind us or is obviously dangerous in front of us.
All right, give me. Trying to think. Search. Okay, under perception, there bargain command. I get yeah. Give me a search check. And so yeah, I'll make it. Well, I won't tell you the target number. So yeah, roll and let me know what you get. And still roll one force die for him.
He's struggling a bit. That is a 1 on the destiny die, but it is a total of an 11 roll.
Okay, so you have him fly out a bit, and there's there's a lot of foliage, trees, and stuff around. So just circling around the outpost, and behind the outpost, between the one moment. So between the outpost and the temple, the ruins, is he sees a body and he lets you know.
Guys, we got a dead one over here.
Well, you're not at a distance to tell if he's dead. You just see a body or part of a body sticking out from somewhere, and they're lying down.
I calculate where it is so we can go over and check it out.
Okay, sorry. One thing, Connor, what were you saying? You can use brawl to defend against.
In the chat, I just said that if melee is used to attack me, I can use brawl to defend against it.
Well, you use block. Unarmed defenders can use block against melee.
Yeah.
They're not. Well, yeah, you're not using brawl. You use the block, which is block is which one again? Is that a skill?
Block is not a skill. It's one of the defenses.
Right. Where the
It's the 10 plus brawl one.
Oh, sorry, that's what you mean. Okay, so yes, so you can use your unarmed your capabilities to defend against a melee. I probably wouldn't recommend that against a lightsaber, but
Hey, he's got one cybernetic arm. What's two?
sure. Okay, so Oz has pointed out that there is a body. It's not moving, so he thinks it might be dead. What are you guys gonna do?
R is just gonna get on edge and head over to try to investigate it.
So, you guys head over, circle around the building, and can you guys?
Oz does have his quite tiny pistol out, pretty much
Oh,
going along.
actually, we should discuss this. I think the way they do. So you got the one in on the force die, or the destiny die. What do you guys think would be a good something bad to happen? I guess. uh, oh, actually, that's only is that only in combat or is it on skills too? Let's see.
It
Destiny
says
die.
every skill check.
Right. So what do you guys think would be an appropriate thing to happen with in this case when the probe droid is scanning? It doesn't have to be just for the probe droid, but it should affect him or you guys basically.
I would say he gets caught up in some branches. And that's the reason we can only see a body part.
Actually, I have an idea. John, give me a d6 roll.
Four.
Your droid. So you as soon as you report, then you guys start making your way. Your droid actually, you still have connection to it, but its camera goes out. All you're getting is static on it. You can try to recall it back, or just make your way over to it and see what happened. Like it was close to the body, so it was just probably a little higher up. It could be something in the atmosphere. Maybe the this proximity to the bunker might be affecting it. You don't know. So, are you doing anything different, or are you just going to still walk in that direction?
I think we'll just keep going over there. But Oz does seem to slow down a little, making sure to let R get ahead of me a little.
Like if I want
Mic
to...
up.
So everyone roll search perception check there. Search check. Yeah, you guys can post it in the side there.
That includes the destiny die, right?
one of the dice, yes, is the destiny
Okay.
die.
Okay. And you just add that in with the rest of it.
Oh well. So for example, what's your search? What's your search number? How many dice?
3.
So you roll 2 dice of one color, one of a different color. So
Oh,
still
okay.
only rolling 3 dice, but one is labeled the destiny die.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, what? John, what would you put? So you're rolling 6 dice.
No, I got a 6 on the destiny die
Oh, okay.
and a total of 12.
Oh, okay. So you got a okay. All right. What did you get for Karn?
So yeah, so I what 4 on the Destiny and then 10 on the other 2.
Oh,
No, you added in.
Oh, you added in, so it's like a 14.
So yeah, you're rolling 3 dice. You total them up,
Yeah. Okay.
and then you tell me if you get a 1 or a 6 on the destiny die.
Oh, no, I got a 4 on the Destiny.
So you got 14 total.
14 total.
And you got 12, and you got 5 and 6 on Oz's destiny die. Okay. So what do you think? So you guys are approach the body. What do you think would be a good positive, a lucky outcome?
Oh,
Not a dead guy.
the first thing is, did we find the dead guy, and what is the situation around the dead guy before we could determine a good thing?
Well, you found the body, and you approach it, and yeah, it does look like there's some blood, and you're pretty sure that he's dead. He has looks like probably a blaster wound to the side of his head. He's missing a little bit of his skull, so that's why you're pretty sure he's dead. And you can see your droid is actually, basically you guys failed your your search check, but for your bonus for your little bit of luck, you notice your droid is caught in a net, and it's like an electrified net. So basically you're entering combat, but you're not fully surprised. That's what I'm saying. So everyone roll a perception check.
All right, cool.
And yeah, just post that in the chat. I guess perception check, it's a skill check, so you would have to roll destiny die as well, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Okay. So what did you get? So 6, 9, and 11. Um, Okay. So you're not surprised, but and you guys notice that there is a figure standing by the net, and oh, Karn, you actually recognize. No, not Karn. Oz, you recognize exactly what that is. That is, let's just say, Gamoran, bounty hunter, and he's after you. So, yeah, you guys can tell that that doesn't look like a nice guy. You don't. He's not wearing Republic clothing of any kind. He looks like a bounty hunter. So, Karn, what will you do?
You do hear, who would think they'd send bounty hunters for medical bills?
I thought you stole the droid. Maybe they're trying to recover the droid.
Repossession.
See, what happened was he got the medical bill for the replacing of the arm, and then on his way out, he was like, "Oh, that droid looks cool," and then he grabbed it and walked out.
Oh, that's right. The arm. They want the arm back, but they took out the droid as interest.
Should have
Well,
just set.
part of the interest.
You should have just sent Rocket Raccoon after him. Then be like, "How much for that arm? I'm gonna get that arm."
So what are you doing, Karn?
Oh, good lord. I guess I'm just gonna reach for my lightsaber. I'm gonna, ignite that. And
So yeah, you're within. You are within. Let's set the scene up a bit. You are within short range of the bounty hunter. You turn the corner and you found him. So you can take one move action and one free move and one free action. You can move short range.
Okay.
So you go from short range to engaged. And then you can attack if you want.
No. We'll take that short range motion, I guess.
All right. So Karn steps up, ignites his lightsaber, and what do you do?
I really am just asking for his purpose here, and what does he want?
He says, "Come to collect from that one," and he points to Oz.
When that's said, R just looks at Oz, gestures to him, and just roars, kind of like a mix of frustrated and confused. Like, what the hell did you do to get this guy on your back?
You've known him long enough that even the ship, if the bounty hunter contacted the ship, they'd probably just give Oz back. So here, take him. So is that anything else you're going to do, Karn? That's just talking. So unless you're going to try to intimidate him or something.
Yeah, I'd like to at least try to intimidate him a little bit here.
Okay, so intimidate. So the opposite to intimidate would be an opposed check.
Mm-hmm.
Would be what do you guys think? I'm thinking. I don't know. Counter with his intimidate. Willpower. Resist mental strain and psychic attacks. That seems.
Being intimidated is indeed a mental strain.
Yeah. Let's see what he has here for. What was it again? Knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will give you advantage, which is an extra dice because you do have a lightsaber. That's pretty intimidating.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Like 17 with 3 on the destiny dice.
All right. So it says, perhaps we can come some kind of arrangement. I have a legally binding bounty to collect on that one.
Well, sir, seeing as I need him currently in my service, I would ask that you could at least wait until that is done, and then I will gladly compensate you for whatever you may be looking for. Of course, courtesy of the Jedi Order.
Are you trying to bribe a bounty hunter?
I wouldn't call it a bribe. I would just calling that it's good faith.
You're offering, instead of I came to collect. He hasn't paid his dues, so I came to collect him.
R is just gonna like do roaring and gesturing between Karn and Oz, and then reaching into his bag and pulling out whatever they use credits for, gesturing at it, pointing at Oz again,
That's
and then putting.
that's not enough, and it's our turn. You wanna also are you gonna step closer to engaged range?
Do it.
Because right now you're at short range, offering him money.
Yeah, I'll move into engagement range. I'll put the credits back in wherever I got them from. I'll put a hand on his shoulder, and I'll clock him in the face.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Your brawl, and brawl is against block.
So
His
I got
block.
21.
Sorry, you have 21.
Yes.
Okay, if I double it, his block, maybe, then that'll do it. But
Maybe you won't kill him.
All right.
No. Yeah, so you go up holding out the money and then just punch him. Okay, what's your damage?
And we said the damage was just like my strength
7.
die. 7.
Oh no,
Okay.
it's strength. Yeah, the way weapons are, it's strength plus. So most people need dexterity to hit, and then they do strength damage for melee weapons. You're just punching, so 7d.
So 7. Okay. So that is a total of 24.
How do I know how much? Okay, so 24. So
Yeah.
If you didn't kill him.
all right. 6. Let's see 6 times stamina first. And stamina is strength.
Yes.
All right, so 6. Let's put it this way: you doubled that. You did 12 times. So go ahead.
Ouch.
So tell me what you did. What happens?
So Azar walks up to him, puts a hand on his shoulder like he's about to make a deal or something. And then he pulls back his cybernetic arm and slams it right into his face. And it just kind of caves in. And you just see the things that are behind the face just spurt out of his nose and ears.
Oh, I apologize. I looked at the wrong one. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, no, he's not dead.
Oh, okay.
So hold on. I sorry, I looked at the wrong stat block. Yeah, this one actually has stamina. Okay, well that's what he is at least wounded. Let me see what 3 times is. Okay, he's unconscious, but he's not dead. To actually kill him.
How far away was I?
Oh, let's put it. Hold on. If he didn't have soak, he would have been dead. You would have done enough. That he had 24, and you did 20 because of the soak. So yeah, you knocked him out unconscious. He went sprawling down, and he's flat on his back.
That's why you let the Wookiee win.
R then kneels down, pats his head, and pulls out some of his rope to just like tie him so that he doesn't make any more difficulties.
You find some binders on him.
Oh, I use those.
Yeah. So he has blaster pistol and binders and some other just basic stuff on him. He probably has. Oh, doesn't have armor. Well, he has whatever clothing he has, but no actual armor.
Thank goodness for soak.
Yeah. Well, that's his natural soak. His stamina is 4. That's why. So yeah, stamina is what prevented you from killing him outright.
Oh my lord!
The one I was looking at was only 2 stamina. This one, the wrong one. This one is 4. So yeah, you knock him out, and well, Karn technically he is waiting until after, and he's not dead. Yeah, he's just unconscious.
R just looks over to Karn and gives him a thumbs up.
Oh, and he has an like an electro net type thing.
I disarm it and take it off of Gizmo. And I look at both of them like with this apologetic look and say, "You know how the Republic's medical bills are? I didn't expect them to hire bounty hunters." And he looks at you and says, "This doesn't come cheap," pointing to his arm.
R just shrugs.
Art probably agrees.
R got the prosthetic when he was in the military.
They paid for it.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to do or move on? Can't believe we're almost 2 hours.
Can I just go flat out just do the sense force ability and
Sure,
then
you can do a sense force ability. So roll your force dice and make sure one of the roll the sense dice and one of them has to be
yeah.
die.
Ugh. Okay. That'd be a 3 with a 1 on the destiny.
Wow. Even if it was very easy, you would have still failed.
Okay.
Actually, I know exactly what happened. you reached out and you contacted. The only way you could describe it was pure dark side, and there was a feedback. You think there was a sentience behind it, and there was a feedback, and now you are currently cut off from the force.
Great.
You don't know how long that will last, but right now you're cut off from it, and that was something a lot more powerful than you've ever encountered before. And you think it's inside the ruins.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Karn was going to keep this to himself. Just kind of doesn't want to really alarm the others.
Okay. As you get your droid back, you can reboot it. It's fine. The net is spent. Like you could probably recharge it back on the ship, but it was like a one-use energy net. So what are you guys up to now? Going to do now?
Yeah. So Oz, where are we going now?
Well, I'm rebooting Gizmo, so he'll be floating around soon enough.
R would just kind of point
Okay.
at the outpost.
You guys can give me, you guys go around. Give me a search check. Hold off on giving me the numbers. You guys can put them in the chat. That's fine. You guys search around the base. You don't find anybody there. The equipment seems to still be like there's still power and everything, but the equipment seems to be malfunctioning. You can't. Oz, quick look around. You can't find a way. You don't know what's causing the interference. You tried rebooting the systems. Nothing seems to work. And so you send out your
I try to send out Gizmo again.
All right. While you're looking at everything, you send him out. Give me a search check for him.
That'd be a 13.
As you go, you have him create a larger search pattern. You see that there is. You guys find the trail of blood towards the ruins. And at the entrance of the ruins, he finds some more bodies in front of it. Are you gonna tell everyone?
I show everyone the images that I'm getting from Gizmo. Looking good, guys.
Explain why I haven't found anybody else yet. What is it?
R just shakes his head and looks down as he starts to head towards the exit again.
So you guys are heading to the ruins?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys make your way there. You can give me your search checks now. Wow, you guys need a scout in your group.
Listen,
why do you think I made Gizmo?
Well, he hasn't done very well. Well, yeah, I guess he's done okay. All right, so you guys make it over there, and
That's Gizmo's roll.
oh my, well, no, he already gave me the roll for it. Unless you,
Okay, then
what's your roll?
my roll would have been 10 with a 6 on the destiny.
When you arrive, the door is to this place is open, and you see that the bodies are lying partially. Well, actually, one of the bodies is keeping the door from closing fully, and you manage to. You guys, it's big enough that you guys could probably squeeze in if you wanted to. And Gizmo can squeeze in, and I'll say that Gizmo can see there are a few more bodies inside. Not it doesn't look like it's. It looks like it might be all or almost all of the outpost staff between the bodies you found. There's probably one or two that are unaccounted for.
Well, we found one over there by the outpost.
Yeah, including that one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. Is it lit inside the ruins?
No.
Okay. R is going to pull out his glow rod and turn that on.
Yeah.
And as he does that, he's just going to gesture towards Karn's lightsaber, like, more light would be helpful.
Yes. Yes. Karn will ignite his lightsaber as well.
There was a little bit of light was coming in from the outside, but you guys can toss in the glow rod and squeeze through inside, and uh, and you already can see what the inside looked like from the image feeds from Gizmo. This room here, it looks like just an entrance area. These large doors, and there's another set of large doors a bit further out, uh, and those ones are closed.
So, how do the bodies in here look like they died?
Give me a medicine tech check there. A medicine check.
For him. Or
Okay, give me a second.
I'm guessing Oz is the smartest one in the group.
Would not doubt it.
Sure, he's the brains of this outfit.
scatterbrain.
That is going to be a 17.
Actually, can you roll one more dice to that?
That makes it a 20.
So you didn't say you guys are all looking around, so I'm guessing Karn is helping you. There was maybe some blaster shots, but at least one or two of them have burn marks consistent with a lightsaber.
I don't actually say anything,
Well, no, Karn is
but when
pointing-
Karn's over my shoulder, I point out when the lightsaber burns.
right, and then so yeah, Karn, you recognize that is
Yeah.
a lightsaber burn. You've probably seen your fair share of them.
Yes. That's not good.
Yeah, it's a little different than the lightsaber blast. Oz couldn't tell that it looked a little different, but if you didn't have a Jedi with you, you wouldn't have figured it out. It's because you could the cauterization is there, but that's the only real difference. It looks like you thought maybe it could have been a blaster shot, but yeah, lightsaber.
R is just keeping an eye like through the door.
Oh, so yeah, so there's the door you came in from, just a small enough opening that R had a bit of a had to squeeze a little bit. There's another set of doors, same size across, but you guys, the droid found another smaller door off to the side. Off to the left side. It sort of blends in a little, so it's harder to see, but he did see it.
Are either open?
All the doors are closed except the main one that you came in from.
Okay.
Karn, can you give me straight up force check?
Mm-hmm.
So just your basic force. Well, no, if you want to make it a sense roll
Okay.
with the destiny die, of course.
Okay.
Remember, you guys have you have 5 character points that
Mm-hmm.
allow you an extra dice. You can only use one at a time, and I think you guys also have. Well, Karn has 2, but everyone else has 1 force point. And let me try to remember what that does.
Well, I didn't know what it would be the control, what represents the master one's own body and mind. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, give me a control roll instead. Let's see where. Okay, so you guys have 5 character points. You guys can also. You can spend a force point to double the dice you roll on a skill check, if you wanted to. But nothing. Yeah, it's nothing like out of. If it's in the realm of possibility, you could double your dice. Karn can spend a force point and do something extraordinary as well.
Oh.
So, and then you guys have, I said, those 5 character points that you can use.
Yeah.
So Karn, so you're rolling a control check.
Yeah.
And what did you get?
That would be 14 with a 6 on the destiny die.
It's strange. You're trying to reach out and with trying to regain your connection to the force, and that overwhelming dark side presence is just too strong at this time. But you sense a smaller aspect of the force, and you think it is the light side. So as I said, you can't access force powers, but you're still able to reach out and sense the force, and that small sense of the force of the light side is drawing you. It's not a presence like the dark side is, but it's almost like you're being guided by the force to go to the small door that you guys see on the side there.
Okay. And, yeah, definitely take that and follow that.
So you guys, R is looking around, keeping it ready, and then Karn just gets up and starts. No explanation. He just gets up and starts moving towards the small door.
Are just trying to be helpful. We'll try to open the small door.
You're not finding like a doorknob or like a slider or something, but you guys think you see there's a panel there that you managed to slide open that was hidden. but you guys know there's a door, so there are the panels right here, and it slides open, and there's a control panel.
Okay. We'll proceed on if we can get the door to open, I guess.
Do we want to tech it open or do we want to force it open?
Well, there's force and there's force.
I guess that might be my job then.
Well, you can't connect to the force, so
Yeah, true.
so we can go with the Wookiee's force or Oz's tech.
I have a feeling Oz would kind of step forward. Is this considered a computer's check?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. That is 22.
And okay. I think it's an older system. You have a little bit of problem opening up, but you manage to bypass some of the security and get in through like a systems check. You have it do like a little bit of a reboot, and the door opens up, bypassing the security.
Is this connected to any sort of central network?
Paul, get Mike's up here.
It's pointing north.
So what are you guys doing now? The door's open.
I
Asked if it was connected to a network.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's this one is separate from any possible networks.
okay.
It has its own power source and everything, so you don't find, you can't connect to anything. But the door's open, and it's big enough for a Wookiee to walk through.
Cool. Ari's
Yeah.
just gonna go grab his glow rod and just go in with it.
Yeah, proceed on.
Surprisingly, this room lights up when you enter. Is it just the Wookiee going in, or anybody?
Oh no, Karn's going in too.
I would go in.
You guys see, it's not a large room, maybe 10 feet square. And there's a shrine of some kind set up, and on the shrine is a cylinder. You guys can move
Yeah,
closer.
I'll move. I moved in to investigate.
Okay, so on the shrine, you look at the cylinder, and it's a black matte metal. It has a cross guard on it, like it looks like a letter T when you get closer to it. And then there's an opening on there. It looks like an igniter. A lightsaber beam ignite. So it looks like a lightsaber with a little bit of a cross guard on it, like made of metal.
I wonder who this could be. Who this could have been.
There is some words written down on there, but they're not in the language you understand.
Is this one of the few Wookiee Jedi's lightsabers?
Well, are you good with a lightsaber?
That's to never know how to do.
So
Hey,
yeah,
kids.
I
lost
would
its arm.
I would have Gizmo run its translating programs to see if it could find anything.
All right, give me a check.
Language roll.
There's a language.
It is a skill.
Where is that under? Just so I can.
Language is under knowledge.
It is.
Yep.
I see planets, streetwise survival, willpower, and xenology. Right, let's see language. That might be the old one.
It is apparently the old one, but I did.
Maybe it's xenology or something.
Give me xenology check at the same one. Yeah, so just roll it.
Okay. Gizmo's not doing too bad tonight. That's a 21 and a 6 on the destiny die.
Oh boy. Long ago, the Dark Lord ruled the system of Varnholme, subjugating its people and leading them to ruin. The citizens of Varnholme ended the reign of the Dark Lord in a great uprising, unseating the tyrannical lord and putting them to death. The Dark Lord was put to death with the sacred blade of Varnholme, but not before he could swear his oath. Varnholme is mine in life; it shall remain mine in death. I shall return and restore glory to what is mine. Then you will know the coldest winter. Then you will suffer the slowest, surest death. And that's what's written down there.
Okay. When Oz reads that for the first time, he goes over and nudges Kern and shows it on his little electronic arm display.
R has no idea what's going on, so he just like reaches out and grabs a lightsaber and holds it like, huh, this is neat.
Don't touch that, R.
Give me a willpower check. It's under knowledge.
Come on, R.
1 total.
Oh.
Wait, so that's 1 on the force die.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
God.
Did you pick that up with your cybernetic hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there are enough pieces of you left, I might be able to fix you.
Crap.
Okay, let me pull something up first. 1 second, and I'll.
For better or for worse, R makes things happen.
I knew I should have got my toy lightsaber out.
Don't worry, my dexterity's horrible. If he takes me over, he isn't going to do anything.
Okay, so
No.
you pick up the lightsaber, and it ignites, but there's somehow you were not knowing exactly how to hold it. Somehow it burned into your cybernetic arm, shorting it out. So you lose right now. You lost the bonus. You get 1 dice to your brawl, and that arm is not usable right now. It's just hanging there, and the lightsaber falls to the ground.
I told you not to touch that.
Gizmo comes Oz comes over and tries to help. And he's muttering under his breath as he's trying to piece the circuits back together. I told you should have let me upgraded your arm.
Maybe you should have used a character point at least,
Nah.
and a force point.
Wow. Especially.
That would have given you 4 dice to roll instead of 1.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, Oz, give me a repair check, which is
I'm guessing I dropped the lightsaber.
oh yeah, no, the lightsaber did fall down.
Yeah.
What would a repair check be? You can give me medicine, or I guess technically you can even say armament if you want, or droids might work as well because it is a cybernetic arm. And Karn, are you doing anything?
I guess I'm still just gonna investigate the altar. See
Well,
if
there's nothing
there's
else aside from that.
no,
bit
there's
of the
nothing.
script. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I might have earned the respect back of my find furry friend. Because that's a 6 on the destiny die and a total of 18.
I'm gonna say you repaired it, and somehow you don't know exactly how you did it, but you somehow managed. I'm giving you guys a nice little bonus here. The arm you think now is it could still be damaged by lightsabers, but you can actually you think it has some resistance to one now. So basically, a lightsaber hitting it will not instantly. It won't bypass the armor on it. So it's a straight up damage. So because you're going to be if you're blocking a lightsaber with a cybernetic arm, you're screwed.
The way I was thinking of it is I just blocked the arms that were doing the swing.
And you hear, where did you get Mandalorian iron?
Nothing like cortosis, but sure. You created Mandalorian armor, Oz.
No, one of
Wizard.
the little pieces was actually a little piece of Mandalorian iron.
Maybe some of the blade, some of the coating of the blade has come off onto your hand now, onto your cybernetic hand. So you have, if you use your hand to stop the lightsaber, it will not be armor piercing.
Ooh.
So it won't bypass your very high soak. So Karn, yeah. Aside from what was written down, there's nothing else on the altar, and the lightsaber's now on the ground.
So there's really no. Can I try to reach out again through the force? Maybe again. Try. And see if I can make that. If that's the connection. Can't hear you.
Give me a sense. Yeah, you give me a sense check.
Sense check. Okay. As a 9, but it was 6 on the destiny die.
You try to reach out, you still can't sense the force, but you're being drawn to that blade. The blade isn't you're being guided. You feel like you're guided to that blade, the lightsaber.
All right. guess we'll risk it. I'll pick it up.
Give me willpower check. How many dice do you have in willpower?
3.
Add one more.
All right.
You saw me grab it and burn my hand earlier. That's what's helping you.
I have a 16 total with a 6 on the destiny dice.
Okay, so it is perfectly balanced. You've never seen a lightsaber like this before, let alone held one. You can ignite it, and it just feels. You feel a connection to it, even though you can't feel the force. You feel a connection. Actually, you can connect to the force again now. You can still sense that presence. And as you examine the lightsaber, since you have a knowledge of how they work, it has a socket on the hilt. Normally, you need 2 socketed hilts to lock together to create a double lightsaber. This odd one looks like it can attach to yours, so you will have a double-bladed lightsaber. Though you can choose to use them as 2 weapons if you want. I'll just allow that for flavor. So you can have 2 weapons or one double-bladed. So you can make 2 attacks with 1 action. So whenever someone does 1 action, you could do 2. If you decide to do another action, you can hit twice with it. And because of the crossguard on the 1, you get +1 to parry and +1 +1 die to intimidation. All right. So yeah, so you got +1 to parry and +1 dice to intimidation, and you can make 2 attacks with it. And and the blade. We didn't say the blade. The blade will be. Give me a D6 roll. No, 6. D8 roll. I know. I'm asking for a D8 roll and a D6.
Yeah. Yeah, now I gotta find one. Okay. Come on out. All right. 1.
It's a blue lightsaber. Beam.
Okay.
So yeah, will you be fighting with 2 blades or a double blade? Or will you not fight with it at all? That's up to you too. But if you want the +1 parry and +1 die to intimidation, you need to use that blade.
I'll fight 2-bladed. Or double, or separate, but double, whatever. Yeah.
Well, okay, so you're just gonna have to use your 2
separate
blades. Okay,
yeah,
that's fine. All right, you managed to get R fixed up, and you see Karn he's just flipping the blade around, like he's going through like some of his stances, and he seems to be doing a lot better job than what you did.
That's fair.
Maybe
Jedi boy with Jedi toys.
If you were force sensitive, maybe. No. Actually, I might have given you force sensitivity if you were really well on that.
But I only got a 1.
Yeah. All right. So, Karn, that presence you're sensing is in the other direction past those doors, and you feel it's not drawing you to it, but you feel a push in that direction. Look, the light side is sort of guiding you in that direction.
Okay. I have to go. I have to follow this Something telling me to do this. The force is telling me to do this. I need to do this.
R's just gonna follow after giving Oz 2 big thumbs up.
All right. So you guys make it over to the door.
I'm
Oz,
sending Gizmo out ahead to do scouting the best we can.
it's a closed door. Are you gonna try to open it first?
Sure.
Gizmo's going think.
Is it a big door? Is it a heavy door? Is it a?
It's the same size door as the other one. Like you probably can get a small vehicle in here through the main doors and through these doors. It looks like it was just if it was for protection, like it was a base of some kind. It looks like they have 2 sets of doors here.
Wow, I got a pretty lousy roll, but a pretty good destiny.
All right, what was your roll?
It's 6 on the destiny die, and a grand total of 13.
Um,
And that's coming off as 6 dice.
as you hack into the terminal, what were you rolling? Computers?
Yeah.
As you were hacking in, easily find the mechanism to open it. It wasn't. You probably could have done that without hacking in, but you managed to get into the system, and you can pull up like a basic layout of the place, and you find a lot of information, so much more than you can process right now. Historical information, the history of the Varnholme system, the government, the people of that time, with just a whole bunch of so repository of a lot of knowledge there.
I slowly have it started downloading, but the first thing I do is pop up a holo of the map.
Okay, so you guys on the map, you see beyond this room a large chamber. There are say benches. It's a large open chamber, and there's a few doors on. There's doors on each side. 2 sets on the left and the right, and 2 doors on the one to the north. The ones on the side, one looks like it goes to some other smaller rooms, maybe quarters, like living quarters. The other side, yeah, some rooms you can't identify. Oh, because you have the map. So this is the the next room is like it doubles as a meeting room, like a audience or training. You're pretty sure that this is it's a or was a Sith training temple, a Sith temple. So down one way you find quarters and what was a mess hall. Down the other way you find some smaller rooms that were set up as either meeting rooms or smaller training rooms. Like an armory of some kind, like a armory storage room. And further down, the 2 doors lead into the same area to some more quarters. And there is one quarter further back. It's a large one. That was for the Dark Lord, I guess, who ran the academy. Like the master's quarters, it's called. And you find out that the last recorded master was called Dark Lord Jaina Derek. What do you guys? Are you gonna? You can unlock the door at any time. And actually, you also find out that while there's a lot of you have a map, but there's a lot of damage to the facility. You won't be able to access all of it from what, but you're not 100% certain until you go visual. There's like some cameras are still up. There are a few cameras, but some of them are down, and the temple is putting off a jamming. It's jamming communications. And if you decide to contact your ship, let's call it the Edge Runner. You do not have any connection with the Edge Runner through the shuttle, even through the shuttle. Did you share that information with them? Let's just, for all intents, you share that information with them. You gave them a bit of a
Yeah.
rundown. There's just so much information going on. Um, so you can unlock the door. I'm guessing you unlock the door. Or are you guys gonna
I'll
do
hack
something
it.
else? Well, you already have access to the computer systems through here. You can unlock the door easily.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a +1 dice. You have advantage on any tech checks relating to the system here right now. If there's something you wanted to do, you have a +1. Yeah, +1 dice.
Is there any sort of surveillance system in this place?
As I said, there were a few cameras. A lot of them are not operational, but you have access to a few of them.
I'll flip through what is sending feed.
The room beyond this door has a camera. It's malfunctioning, but you can get a shot in there. And right now, there's some cloaked figures in there. There is another. You find some empty hallways, maybe an empty room. And you think that you have access to the master's chambers. You don't think the camera's malfunctioning, but it's all black.
Okay. Is this robed figure in the next room standing, setting?
There are
Lying face down in pools of their own blood.
there are 4 of them, and they're all standing and moving around.
I send a picture of that feed into my wrist thing so that the others can look at it. I don't think that's very good odds. Do you?
For now, I'll make it 2 just for now. That's fine. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time left, so there's 2.
R is ready.
Well, we must put an end to this. This place reeks of the dark side.
As long as it doesn't end up reeking of our blood.
You may go if you wish. This is my destiny, not yours.
I'm not gonna leave the man who kind of kept me from becoming a science experiment.
I'm going to make a slight addition. So there are 2 cloaked figures, and there are 2 figures. You think You can't tell if they're moving, but they're actually chained to the wall.
I think I deal with the chains. You guys deal with the hoodies.
They look like they're the last two people that you're looking for. They look like they might be prisoners of some kind. Yes, I'm poking the bear. I mean the Wookiee.
Okay.
All right.
And Karn, you're looking through the, and you can identify those robes through the feed. You know that as a Jedi, you probably make some enemies, but not much because you are. Are you still there? O'Neill?
Yeah, hold on.
No, it's fine if you don't have the camera. I just wanted to know if you were still there.
Yeah, I'm still here. I get kids attacking me, so
No problem. I got two whiny fur babies in here. Let's see. So you recognize the outfits those two hooded figures are wearing?
yes.
They are part of a dark, um dark Jedi, dark Force user cult, and you've come across them before. Uh, they always talk about they're always looking to. They're not terribly powerful. Well, they have numbers on their side. There's only two of them here. They're always looking for Sith secrets and stuff, and so it doesn't. And you've actually stopped them before from finding something out. Like you probably maybe stopped them from at another temple or trying to get some information. So they don't like you very much.
Question about the door that's between us and them.
Yes.
Is it like an automatic sliding door? Is it a door that you just push open? What kind of door is it?
It opens up like elevator type doors, like the main doors.
Cool.
Okay, are there doors to the other end of this room?
Well, basically, the room that you're in, there's outside to the shrine that was off to the side, or into this general
No,
assembly.
not what I was asking.
Oh, the general assembly room is where they are. They're on the other side of this door. There are doors on left and right, and 7 doors total out of this room. You're coming in through one of them, and there's ones down the side too. As I said,
Lots of places.
sleeping quarters, mess hall, additional training rooms down another way, and like an armory storage down another way.
Okay.
And then forward is those. We'll say there's one door, so we'll say there's 6. 4 on each side. One you're coming in from, and one else that where towards other quarters and where the.
Okay. On the opposite side, can I make the door kind of open? Really loudly?
All right, let's try it this way. You are on the south side. East and west are 2 smaller doors, 2 pairs of smaller doors. And in front on the north side of that chamber is a large set of doors. And you want to open the large one?
What I want to do is make the large ones at the end open as noisily as possible to attract their attention.
All right, give me a computer's check with +1 dice.
While he's doing that, Art is going to put his hands into the crack between the doors, and he's just gonna open it, like the one on our end.
At the same time, or
yes, at the same time.
All right, give me athletics check, and you have a -1 dice to that.
He fixed my arm.
I know.
Oh, okay. instead of 6 is 5.
You're trying to pull open
18.
There's a reason.
21.
Sorry. You got a 21? And on the force side, nothing special? Okay. And what did Oz get on that other door? Oh, right there.
27 with a 6 on the destiny.
Okay. You guys at the same time open up both doors, but somehow they turn up and look at they're more concerned about the door on the north side opening, and they suddenly they fall down prone, and like they're bowing towards that door. And you guys do not have to roll for initiative. You guys can go first in any order that you three want. You are I'm just going to keep it short range. It's probably a little more, but we'll say short range to get to them. And who would like... You're muted.
R is just going to run in the moment the door is open.
Okay. So, all right, you got 1 free movement. You run up to them.
Yes.
You have an action. Go ahead.
I would like to slam my fist down onto one of them, and then slam my fist down onto my other fist down onto the other one.
Okay, so roll straight up, no penalties. Your 7 dice for your brawl. The second one you can roll. Second punch is 6 dice.
22 for the first one.
Okay, hold on. 22. I keep forgetting.
I'm absolutely lost here. What the heck, man? I don't need to do anything. I just let the Wookiee send the Wookiee in and let him take care of it.
Okay, fine. First one is down. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to bump them up. Those are just alkalites. Hit the second one. You got 6 dice.
26.
Okay, they were prone, and you took them both out. Next time I'm gonna make them stronger. Yeah, they're not alkalites. They're like force user knights. Yeah. Actually, no, you would have taken them out too, because they have the same stamina. And
The Wookiee is ridiculously strong.
No, I know that. Okay.
Star Wars barbarian over here.
There's an option to upgrade NPCs, but no, you took out those 2 guys. That's fine. We're pressed for time. I figure you guys will move it along. You guys are going to move to the Masters area, unless someone
chambers.
or you don't have.
Before that, can R rip the chains that are holding them out of the walls?
No, they're too strong.
Ah, dang.
They are. You need 20d6 minimum. You rescue them. They are still alive, so you lay them down. They're stable, but they're unconscious. You can get back to them after if you want, and you can go finish. Take care of the master.
Yeah, Karn's gonna head towards the Masters.
Yeah, while you're, yeah. So, all right, hold on a second. I'm gonna copy Master's stats down and upgrade him.
I'd like to apologize because I know this is my fault.
No, I'm messing with
Hulk
you.
smash over here.
Okay.
Normally in West End games, you aren't allowed to go past 6. And there's a reason.
Maybe there is a limit too. We'll see. No, don't worry. There's no problem.
To
I'm
be
just gonna
fair,
have to up
the
the
D6
stamina.
roll was the highest I've had all night.
Scary.
All right. All I hear is my dogs whining. I don't know if you can hear them.
No.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Do you guys remember how dodge? All of those are calculated.
Dodge is 10 plus agility. Parry is
Okay,
10 plus
hold-
melee.
Hold on 1 second. I'm recalculating. What's parry
10 plus melee.
and block?
10 plus brawl.
Which is strength, and soak is
Stamina plus armor.
okay. He has Wookiee resistant armor.
Be sure to hit him with my metal hand then.
Dude, if he's a master, he should be able to just fling that Wookiee right around.
Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. All right. I'm just gonna pull up one more thing. The GM screen doesn't have everything I need, so okay. So you guys make it over to there we go. You make it over to the chambers. The door is open, and there is a figure standing there, and even the non-force users can feel something. It like almost like a hatred or a hatred rolling over you, and it says, "I've been expecting you." And roll initiative.
Oh crap! All right, what was that for initiative again?
It is perception. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Does this? I can't remember. Does the Destiny Dice matter with that one?
sorry.
Destiny. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And okay, you guys keep forgetting you have force points and character points.
I'm not forgetting.
Oh.
I'm saving them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll let you know that I used one. 38 initiative.
Okay.
Oh, he was waiting for you. So what are the numbers? So 27? No. I see. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see them all. Oh, 10. All right. So Karn goes second, followed by Oz, followed by the walking carpet. One sec. No, they're not. They're not coming near me. They want to leave the room. Let's see. Forgot what I was going to do. Okay. All right, big guy. Can you give me a willpower check?
See, this is what I was saving them for. So I'm going to be using a force point and a character point. Roll 4 dice instead of 1.
I forgot you only had one on that one.
Okay, that is 21 with a 6 on the destiny die.
Oh, I should roll. Trying to. Let's see. All right. Are you ready? Let's see. What did you get?
21 with 6 on the destiny die.
With 6 on the destiny die.
Yes.
Okay. He raises his hand, points it right at you, and lightning flies out of his hand and hits you dead on. But you put your hand up for some just instinctively, and somehow you manage to dissipate that force lightning.
I bring the arm down and let out a mighty roar.
And what do you think would be an appropriate force a boon, or like a boon that comes from the? Sorry, you had the 6, so something a bonus of some kind that you think.
Well, I definitely want it to have to do with the cybernetic arm somehow, because that's what allowed me to do it. But at the same time, I don't want to raise my brawl anymore.
No, it's basically it's a reward of some kind. Let's see, it's not giving a lot of you know what? We'll get you have an advantage on your next attack roll because now
Cool.
your arm is charged up,
Go
which
fast.
means it's a +1 die. So yes, you are getting a +1 die too.
It's okay. It's only for 1.
Yeah, it's only for the first one. All right. So Karn, you're next.
Yeah.
What do you do? So you got a free move, 1 action, and you can do additional actions if you choose to. You are, we'll say, his time is short. You're 1 range band away
I'm gonna say.
from being engaged with him.
I was gonna say we could force run it if I had to, but yeah, I'll move it.
That would be an action.
Yeah, I guess we could be an action, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, we'll just this is for time's sake. We'll just move in on and you know, ignite the lightsabers.
All right. Just for intense purpose, he does have a lightsaber and he ignites it as well.
I figured as much.
That would be a very one-sided combat.
Yeah.
All right.
Depending on how good he is with the Force.
Oh, I not really spoiling it by saying he's stronger than Karn. I've already said that before, so he's
Yeah.
he's better at the Force.
No, we gotta try anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm moving to attack, I guess.
Okay. Well, attack. That is what, melee, I guess.
Yeah, it's melee.
All right, go ahead.
So I did get to roll that twice then? Or
What you want to roll it twice? Oh, you want to attack twice? Yes. So you can roll twice. Yes.
yeah, because I'm dual blading.
It's the same damage, which was 4, I believe.
Yeah, same damage on each one. So what's that? 4. Ugh, crap roll on that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that one, with 1 on the destiny roll.
Okay. So that's a parry, right? So sorry, what did you get?
5 with a 1 on the destiny.
5 is not a hit.
Yeah.
You had full die. Yeah, you get full dice on both of them because they're the same attack, and
Yeah.
1 on the destiny die.
Yeah.
Cool. I would say he basically pulled up.
Well, that was just the one of them.
Yeah, no, he deflected it quite easily.
Okay.
It's like he anticipated where blade was coming down. So you are a little off guard. So you get a. Normally you wouldn't, but you're given a -1 right now. So you have disadvantage, which is -1 dice. So
Okay.
on your next attack.
All right. I'll choose to use a character point on the next one.
Okay, go ahead.
Get that dice back here. Come on, Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
Forget the shoes. You're dueling with a Sith Lord.
Bingo. So it's 9, 10, 11 with a 2 on the destiny.
No, that still misses. Sorry.
Dang.
You're getting up close to him, and you can see his face. And best way I can describe it is Palpatine looks a lot better. Well, I don't know from the new movie what he looks like. If he's, I'm talking about from the worst Palpatine has looked like that in the original movies. This one is almost like he's decaying even more. He looks like there's some flesh hanging off him. Actually, you can see one of his eye sockets. It's missing an eye, and but there's a glow in there, a red glow, just like the glow of his lightsaber. Would you like to do another attack? It'll be at my -1 dice. There's the trade-off is yes, you can attack again, but there's a chance of rolling a 1 on your
Yeah.
But that's only a 1 in 6 chance on 1 die.
I will take that odds.
Or should I not have told you the odds?
Or never tell me the odds. But we'll up the ante. How about I use a force point?
Go ahead.
So double that. So now that still remains just 1 force die, right? Or destiny die.
It's still the 1 destiny die.
Okay. All right. $17 with a 4 on the destiny die.
17?
Yeah.
You see a look of shock as you manage to spin your first blade around and bypass his lightsaber and connect with him. Roll damage.
Okay. $10.
Oh, I forgot. You bypass soak.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you cut right through him, and he looks wounded, but the wound cauterizes. You don't know if he's bleeding, but you look like you did a substantial wound to him, damage to him. So you got your second attack now.
Okay. No, I'm just rolling damage for that. So.
Oh, you just have to hit.
Oh, it's still to hit. Okay. Is that still minus? That's still just regular with a penalty, or was that penalty already done?
Oh no, sorry, it's still the -1. Sorry, because this is your second action.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and use my other force point. Oh, wait a minute. Can I do that? Or no, that's per round, isn't it? Okay, then I can't do that. Yeah. But I will. No, is it a character point? Can we use that again?
No, still one
No.
per.
Oh, just one per turn or whatever round. Or
Yeah, I think per whole round maybe.
I can't remember. I know which was. I know the force one's around.
All
right. Well, that's fine. It's either way. I'll just go with the -1. Well, that's a 7 with the 3 on the destiny.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Character points.
Can't remember what that was.
You can only spend one per round. So if you already spent it, you can't spend it again the whole round.
Okay.
Question is, are you going to keep attacking?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Now you're at -2.
Oh, -2.
Yeah. What's your melee at normally? Oh, sorry. What's your dexterity first of all?
3.
Okay, so you could do two more. You could do this 2 more times, and your melee is at what?
4.
So you already lost once you were rolling 3. Now you're rolling 2.
Okay.
And you can roll it again for 1 if you want to try to. You can't use any character points or anything.
Why not? A 7 with a 5 on the destiny.
Yeah, he's recovered after that first hit.
All right. And we'll get one more. Go with an 8.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Oz, you're up.
Oz has seen Jedi fight because of hanging around Karn for a bit. And he knows one of their weaknesses. Get their lightsaber away and they have issues. So he is going to specifically target the Dark Lord's hand, and he is going to use his force point, and 1 character point.
I guess you're going to shoot him.
I am attempting to shoot his hand.
All right. I will give you advantage on that, so an extra dice. So whatever your blasters is +1.
You do realize I'm increasing it by 1 already on top of that and doubling the roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he doesn't see you as a threat. So that's why I'm giving you an advantage.
Hey.
Is that good for me or good for you?
Possibly both.
That is a 6 on the destiny. And a 42 to hit.
Oh, that's a complete miss. You needed a 43. Not only does the lightsaber fly out of his hand, you think that it is now it's flung against the wall with the force. He wasn't expecting you at all. He was focused on Karn and maybe it flies out of his hand into the wall and it smashes. You don't know if it's salvageable. That's not for you to know, but it doesn't look like it's usable in this combat. But you're not entirely. Yeah, it's in a lot of little pieces right now.
And then I duck into cover. Because
Okay,
one good bout of force lightning and I'm toast.
go ahead.
Is gonna go and try and punch this fool.
All right, you move up to him now. His looks like he's a little shocked right now. He doesn't have his lightsaber in his hand. He hasn't used it yet. Or yeah, he used the force lightning first.
It's time.
Well, go ahead. Give him a nice good
8d6 brawl roll.
Maybe I should give him legendary actions.
That is
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, go ahead.
22.
That is a hit.
Cool. Would you like me to also roll damage with the 8d6, or you just want it to be the 7 still?
Oh, no, that's did I up your brawl?
No, you just gave me like +1 brawl on the next punch.
Yeah, so sure, go ahead.
Oh,
You got-
okay.
This is the damage for that punch.
27.
Good Lord.
You knock him down, and he doesn't look. It's hard to tell if he looks dead because he currently looks dead. But you knocked him, and he went flying, and he landed on the ground, maybe about 10 feet away.
Cool.
Are you doing anything else?
Is it possible for me to just move up and punch him again to make sure?
Moving is an action. This is one free move. I guess you could move again. And if you want to punch him again, you'll be at a -2.
That's fine. That's still 5.
Go ahead.
$27.
That's a hit.
Jeez, man. I was gonna say
What damage do you want for this one?
Sorry, how much damage?
What damage do you want for this one? Like, how many dice do you want me to roll?
No, just the bait. Well, this didn't have the extra bonus, so it's still 7.
Cool.
Yeah, that's right.
19.
So hold on. Yeah, you rolled 5d6 to hit and 76 damage, right?
Yes.
19.
Yes.
Come on. You did just enough points of damage right down to the. And yeah, you hit him again, and you pound in, and you hear some bones breaking, and you've just done enough damage to take out a rank. So what are you up to now?
So
Oh, actually, that was a little more than one punch. That was 2 punches.
you said he went unconscious after 1. I'm counting as 1.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, but he was weak. He was taken. He was hit once with a lightsaber. Remember that?
Listen, I only.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that if it wasn't for me.
All right. So, are you doing anything else?
I'm just gonna punch him again for good measure. I know he's already dead. I just.
Okay. Roll 3d to hit.
It'd be 4
No.
because I did 5 last time.
Oh, sorry. 4.
That's 12.
Yeah. You punch him, but you don't. I'm not. You don't roll damage.
Yeah, he's already dead. This is just catharsis because R is very not a fond person of slavery or chains.
What I'm saying is, you go to punch him, and what actually happens is he stands up.
Bruh.
And he is glowing red. All like a red energy is surrounding him. And you are right there next to him, and he stands up, and he puts his hands on you.
I'm not into this.
Roll a willpower check.
Oh boy. It's time for a character point. I don't know if a 12 could even possibly win, but I'm trying anyway. That's 9 with a 6 on the fate die.
Sorry, what was that?
9 with a 6 on the destiny die.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to bring up the roll 20 rolls? I can. If I punch any of you to death, I'm sorry.
You take
Can't be my friend no more.
10 damage that goes through your soak.
10 damage that goes through it?
Yeah. So it's 18 damage.
Okay,
minus
cool.
8, so 10 damage. And what are you at now?
My stamina is 6.
So you are wounded, but you are not unconscious yet. So basically, the way you write it is to be unconscious, you have 3 times, so 6, you have 18 hit points before you're unconscious. You just took 10. If you didn't have any soak, or I rolled a lot better, then you would have been unconscious. What actually does happen is, yeah, he tries to what it really happens. He slams into you, puts his hands on you, force lightnings you again. But you don't go blasting away. You're just you take it, but you're right there You don't
I
move.
grab onto his hand and I roar in his face.
He is now going to. His lightsaber comes back to him and starts reforming in his hand, and he ignites it. And he is going to hit you with it at a -2 now.
Oh.
Here's a question.
Yes.
How does block affect this?
Well, he's hitting you with a light saber. So you, what is your block?
17.
All right. 16. He goes to, he slams into you. You don't move. That's what you got for the force, the 6. So, and he holds out his hand. His lightsaber comes, reforms. He has a high altar or a controller, whatever it is, and he goes and swings at you, and you put up your arm, and it blocks the thing. And he is pissed right now. He is going to do this again. And he is pissed. He had to roll straight 6s. He was rolling 3d6 at that point, so he
Six.
So he basically had to roll. Yeah,
Just send in the Wookiee to handle all the Sith Lords. It'll be fine.
yeah. I think I'm going to put a limit on how you do these numbers. All right, so now it's the top of the round again, which is Karn.
All right. I'll move in with my and to attack this nice, lovely man, old gentleman with the lightsaber.
It's just old Jim. I know him from the farmer's market.
Oh, by the way, never mind. I'll tell you later.
No, dang suspense. Peppered Farm, remember?
Actually, I'm going to say now. You guys heard the voice, and the name was Jaina. Even though it's a Sith Lord, she's female. You're hearing a slightly feminine voice, just slightly, with being deep and dark sidey and all that. So it's not an old man; it's an old woman.
Huh? Give me a kiss, lovely.
So go ahead, attack with your lightsaber.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, not look good. 14 with a 3 on the destiny.
A 14 is what you got.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think you made him too strong for the Wookiee. All right, I'll go for that second one. Oh, good lord. I need Oz's dice. 9, 12 with a 2 on the destiny. And I know that's not gonna hit.
Just give me if it's a 1 or 6 on the destiny.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you missed with your second attack with your second blade. Are you gonna try to hit again?
No.
Okay. All right, Oz. What are you up to? You gonna try that again?
Yes, and I'm telling Gizmo to pick up a piece.
Okay, go ahead. Give me.
Because I debated on doing that the first time.
You don't get advantage this time. He's not taking you for granted. So just give me the straight up blaster roll.
And I'm going to use the character point.
All right, so you get a +1.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
That is going to be a 19.
You blast it away out of his hand, but it doesn't look like it doesn't smash against the wall right now. It just skitters on the ground and rolls.
I have Gizmo grab it and bring it to me.
Okay. All right, Wookie. You got an old woman in front of you, a defenseless old woman. She has no weapon. What do you?
No.
Oh
weapon.
wait, neither do you.
No weapon, huh? The electrical burns on my chest would like to think otherwise.
And burning fur.
Makes the whole place stink.
So
You got a few bald patches on your chest now, and handprints.
it's time for more punch. Because I'm wounded, it's only 66 now.
That's correct.
You can do it.
23 with a 6 on the destiny die.
All right, so you are physically stronger than her by a lot. Surprisingly, she is pretty strong for what could be a dead person. She wasn't dead before. She was probably dead the second time, but now she's still moving. But yeah, you give her a good punch. Go ahead, and
Is this
I'll
one?
give you +1 damage die if you want.
Sure.
Or you could take +1 to hit on the next one.
I'll just do +1 damage die for right now. So it'd be 7d6 for the damage right now, yeah? Or would it be 8d6?
Well, you have -1 to your roll, so
Yes. Which is why I'm
it
asking.
cancels it out. Yeah.
Okay.
So 7.
So for damage this time, also 23.
Okay. You can see a lot more of this red energy pouring out of her now, but she is still standing.
Time for more punch.
All right, you're gonna punch again?
Yes.
So
5d6.
Yes.
That is 14 with a 1 on the destiny die.
So 14 is a miss.
First one.
You punch her. You connect with one of her wounds and all that electrical energy, and you are. I'm gonna step up some of the stuff here. You are going to take that much damage.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what? You were asking for it. You take 1 point of damage.
Does that go through my soak? Like, since I'm physically making contact?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I should have done more. There's no way it would have gone through your soak anyway. So let me roll one. It doesn't matter. Whatever. You get that really isn't much of a penalty.
It could have been.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to change that because that's really not a penalty if it can't get through your soak. Yeah, you're going to take 10 points of damage. And then
Okay.
you're going to take another 10 points and another. No, see, it doesn't work. Oh, wait, you're 8. Never mind. Sorry, I was thinking you were 10. I will. You have a -1 to your next roll.
Cool.
You're shaking and your hairs are a little singed on. Oh, it's a cybernetic arm. It's shorting out a little bit, but you think it's only going to last a short time.
Let's do that roll right now. More punch.
Are you going to hit again? Okay. So now you're minus 3.
I'm at 3. Yes.
Okay.
10.
Miss.
Cool.
All right. Are you gonna go
That's
again?
gonna be all of them.
Okay. Well, that's why you did it, because you wanted to just use it up now.
Yeah.
I
And
did a
fine.
quick cost benefit analysis.
All right, Karn. No, it's just her turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Fill me with more of your lightning juice.
Uh, can you give me willpower?
Sure. I'll use another character point.
I'm pretty sure you fail.
Probably.
What'd you get?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, I will subtract all but 2 dice, and I get an 8.
Neat.
Rolled the first 2 dice were 4s each, so you take 17 minus 8, so 9 points of damage. Does that put you unconscious?
My stamina is 6.
So 18. So how much damage did you take so far?
Damage that got through my soak was 10.
So you've taken 19, so you are unconscious.
Neato.
So she slams, pushes her hands into you again and gives you a nice little shock again, and you go flying back, and you're unconscious. So you can go up to 36. So, and you're at 19 if she decides to hit you again. Okay.
You know, I wouldn't put it past her.
Well, you're not a threat right now. Karn is.
Give it a minute.
Karn, can you give me a willpower check?
Mm.
Actually, technically, I should be doing consider it like a blaster attack, I guess. But we'll do a willpower for now.
All right.
And can he deflect it with his lightsabers?
No, this one he can't.
Because Luke sure did with the Emperor Force Lightning.
You can choose to do. If you don't want to roll willpower, I will allow you to roll control, or you can use your parry. But I won't tell you what I rolled yet. So you can use your parry, or you can try to roll control to see if you can deflect the lightning.
Well, what's the? I know that the lightsaber stat had. What's the reflective?
So, well, you basically parry. That's
Oh,
okay. You want to reflect. I would say that's control. I'm guessing that's not alter. Would you say alter or control or sense?
I feel like that's control.
Right. So.
Yeah. It's parry in place of dodge is for the lightsaber if it were to reflect it.
Right. So you can parry it, and you give me your parry value,
Mm.
or you can give me a control check.
We'll probably try the parry.
Okay, what's your parry?
That's 10 plus melee, so that's what you just.
Yeah.
So like that's like 10 plus 4.
So 14.
Yeah.
I got a 15. So the lightning damages you for 15 minus 6, so 9 points of electrical damage. What are you at now?
Mm. So,
How much damage have you taken? +6.
That's the first instance, right?
that is the first time, yeah.
Okay. What is your stamina?
4. And
Okay, your stamina is 4, so you're
6 for
so
soak.
12. Okay, so you've taken 9. As soon as you take 3 more, you go unconscious. So,
Yeah.
Does
okay.
he get a wound?
Hmm.
She will be hitting. Oh, sorry. You know what? Let me re-roll that. Sorry, because I forgot to -1 because I already hit R once. What was your? It was a 12. Okay, so she still hits you.
It was,
Now
it was 14. Why?
Yeah, she hits you, and she's going to shoot again at you. And are you going to parry it, or are you going to roll a control?
I'm still gonna parry it because it's my better option between the two. So
And your parry's at 14.
yeah.
If I didn't roll that 1 on the middle die, I rolled a 6, a 1, and a 6. 13. So you managed to parry the lightning out of the way out of that last hit, and she's not going to do it again. So now it
Does
is
she get Zippity Zapped?
who?
The
Oh no,
fourth.
it was the middle number. Oh, it was a 6. Thanks for reminding me. She got a 6 on the first time, not a 1. I forgot about all the other ones. I could pull up the history, but I won't. So she gets a 6. So your which which lightsaber did you use?
The yellow.
Your normal one?
Yeah, my normal one.
It shorts out right now.
Okay.
Basically next what does matter? The lightsaber it'll say the first lightsaber attack you do is at -1. We'll make it easy.
Okay.
Okay, so it's your turn now. Right? Karn goes first.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just moving to attack again. So you said that one was at a -1?
The first one will be at a -1. Oh, you're also wounded.
Mm-hmm.
So you're actually at a -2.
Okay.
So you have a 4, so you have 2d6. Let's put it this way. You need to use an extra dice.
Spend a character point.
Hold on. Yeah, you need to use an extra dice and roll high. You had 2 force points, right? Did you use both of them?
I just used the one.
You also have another one if you want to use it. That'll double the dice.
Yeah. So I'm at a -2, though, right?
Well, yeah. Normally you're at a 4. You're at a 2 now. If you use a character point, you'll be at a 3. And if you use a destiny point, you'll be at 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
if you use just the force point, then and no character point, then you'll be at 4.
yeah. Well, let's just stick with the character point and the
Okay.
force point. We'll go for I'm using both of them.
All right, you're at a 6.
All right.
Go ahead.
23 with a 6 on the destiny.
All right, you hit and roll damage +1 dice. You manage your lightsabers connect, and what happens? Hers falters, and you go right through.
She doesn't have a lightsaber. I have her lightsaber.
Oh, that would be why.
Yeah.
Her lightsaber doesn't work. So yeah, you managed to bypass her defenses, and yeah. What's your damage?
17 with a 6 on the destiny.
I will let you describe this.
Oh man. That's one fail swoop. Come on with both blades. Just whip them both around. Nice angle of a slash, right straight for the torso. Trying to cleave straight through her.
So as you slice her body in half, you hear, all of you, a loud, piercing scream right through your ears as she falls down two pieces, two parts, and she still starts moving, starts crawling over towards Karn, reaches out, and then collapses down. The red glow around her dissipates into nothing, and the body turns to ash, and the robes that were covering it just also wear away into dust as well. And so marks the end of Dark Lord Jaina Derek at the hands of Jedi Master Karn Urza, Wookiee Brawler, and Technician Oz with Gizmo at his side. They recover the lightsaber as a trophy, but it no longer works. The crystal shattered inside, and the internal mechanisms fused, but it is a trophy nonetheless. And once the energy dissipates and fully the dark force in this area dissipates, communications are restored, and you find out that a ship was in orbit, hiding behind, and the Edge Runner was attacked, but they are suffered some casualties, but they managed to destroy the ship. And once you recover the two outpost members, and they are brought to the med bay and healed of their wounds, and they are recovering and doing fine. The other ones, the back to tanks, could not save them; they were too far gone. And after you relay what happened, the Republic, when you return home, the Republic bestows on you medals of honor, and Karn, you are given a Padawan as to train, which is a high honor. They don't always. Yeah, you were given the honor of being able to train a Padawan, and Oz, you are still tolerated a little more now, but they given you a research lab, so you can tinker to your heart's content with relative safety to everybody else. And yes, your medical bill is paid, is covered right now, but they wanted to keep you away from people, so they gave you a little remote research facility. Well, not remote on the edge of space, but just somewhere where there's not on a more or less dead planet. And for the Wookiee, you were given a promotion, and you are now on one of the flagships, one of the flagships for the High Republic fleet. And as the credits as the credits are scrolling by, you see the. I lost the momentum on that. Oh, another ship comes out of hyperspace. It has the same markings as the one that was destroyed. On top of another planet, far off in the outer rim, and it lands. This planet is not inhabited, and it lands by another temple, and the cloak figures get out and make their way to the ruined temple. Like, thank everyone for joining us, and thank for our players for joining this, and had a few little difficulties.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
No, I mean it's a new system. We were all sort of learning it. I did play, and I can play, as well as you guys have, but the DMing is a little more detailed. And I said, but I learned a lot, and hopefully when I run this again on Monday, changing the story, in case any of my players watched it, but it's essentially the same general story. Yeah, they hopefully they will enjoy it as well, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys. I'd like to thank Matt Click. This is his little project, and this is now version 1.3 with some modifications that he's done, and it's free to play. You can do a search for HyperspaceD6, no space. You might pull up a Reddit article that he put up, and there'll be a link to the PDF. And within the PDF are links to the character sheet, DM screen, so some stuff for DMs to have, and information. So thanks again for everyone for playing. This is the Raven Rolls, and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.